drop a dime. Every grade A wet team from here to Reykjavik will be vying for the prestige of killing the infamous Sierra Six. I can kill anybody.
Hi, I'm Berta from Cartelera, Spain.
Hi, Berta.
Hi, Berta. How are you?
Hi, fine, thank you. And you?
Good, very good.
You've mentioned the 70s thrillers as an inspiration for The Gray Man. Did you consider any recent movies while searching for the tone or look of the action scenes?
Yeah, I mean, we're film enthusiasts. You know, we grew up as big film fans. We're cinephiles. We've seen everything. So lots of things are inspirations to us. Lots of strange things are inspirations to us. But this movie in particular was inspired by action films from the 80s and the 90s. It's a throwback film. There's a lot of quirky humor in it. John McTiernan movies like Die Hard, Frankenheimer films like Ronin, or Lethal Weapon. That was really the inspiration for this movie. It's more excessive than those films in a lot of ways. It's relentless. There are 9 action sequences in it, but that's part of the entertainment factor for us, is how excessive the movie is.
The key to building great action, is it in the action scenes per se, or you have to develop the characters in a specific way first?
Oh, well, it's all about character. I mean, our jumping off point is always with character, thinking about who the characters are, and then how do we place those characters. You know, we're very drawn to, like, we want to find fascinating characters who are flawed, and then figure out how we put them in scenarios that are challenging to them in the sort of in the most extreme way. And that's how we sort of weave the narrative around a character. So, because without a character driving the story, the action becomes meaningless, at some point. So, we really look to explore character through the use of action, and it's the bedrock of everything.
On Avengers, there's a huge battles, but this is another type of action. How different was for you in terms of planning the shots and directing?
Well, look, the characters have to obey the laws of physics in this movie, although there are moments where they don't. But, no one wears a cape, no one has superpowers. So the choreography is more disciplined. You're starting in a place of realism. Again, this is very operatic action. It's meant to be fun to watch. It's meant to be spectacle filmmaking. So ultimately, it's going to go to very heightened places. But we try to approach it from a grounded place when we originally conceived the sequences.
You've mentioned that the choreography is more disciplined in this case. Is there room to improvise in this kind of movie, or there's a need to have everything really planned out?
It's a bit of both, actually, because these movies are so complicated to execute. They take a lot of preparation. So having a very good plan is critical, especially when you're dealing with a lot of moving pieces. You don't want anybody to get lost in the execution. So having a very clear plan is critical, but then we love to throw the plan out because there's always new opportunities presenting themselves as you get on set with actors, new ideas start flowing, your cinematographer, your production designer, everybody's offering new ideas as the movie is coming together and starting to execute. So you want to be open to the new possibilities that are coming along the way. So it's a bit of a fluctuation between going, sort of finding something new along the way, but then going back to the really well thought out plan that we all made before we started.
How was the casting process? Were you involved in the very beginning? Did you thought of Gosling as Sierra Six from the start?
Yes, I mean, we've been Ryan Gosling fans like everyone else has for many years now. He brings a real intensity, but also a rich inner life to characters. This is a character who has long stretches of the film where he doesn't speak much. And we knew we needed an actor who can convey a lot of emotion and thought through their face. He also has a very quirky sense of humor. So he was perfect for the tone that we were going for in the movie. And he's, has very physical training. He started as a dancer in his youth, and so he has great body control, and that's really required for an action movie like this, where you're throwing a lot of punches and executing a lot of complicated stunts. So casting process for us was a dream. Obviously, getting Chris Evans to play a villain is very rare that you can find someone of Chris's scale who wants to have fun and portray someone that's really unlikable on screen. The rest of the cast is impeccable. This
is a huge movie, but you have just as huge projects coming along. What can you tell me about Hercules? How far along is the casting process? It's going to feature the song of the animated film. We really want to know.
We haven't done any casting yet on Hercules. Guy Ritchie is attached to direct it, who's a fantastic director and was a hero of ours when we were coming up in the business. So it's a real treat for us to be able to work with a guy in a movie like that. And there will be some music in the film too.
Yay! And would you like to do a sequel for The Gray Man? Because the ending, it's like very open to that. Especially with the character from Ana de Armas. We would love to see that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, Joe and I are big fans of long form storytelling. We like it when endings aren't too clean. We like the idea that things remain open and there are new possibilities. So yeah, this is definitely a story that we've been thinking about carrying forward from this point. And look, if audiences respond, hopefully we'll have the opportunity to do that.
Thank you so much. Kisses from Spain. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
That was fun. Appreciate it.
Thank you.